Greetings, privateers and pirates and everybody else that likes to pinch a little and run. Grim coming at you live from Omicron one more time. We're on episode 2 of our tutorial series for the small vessel. This is what we came up with in the last episode. It's a miner. It's dinky, it's tiny, but it's also stout and fat with lots of space to store all that delicious ore. We got it flight-worthy the last time you were here with me, but we didn't do much else. Doesn't have much of a face, doesn't have any paint, it's still missing some armor, a bunch of little issues. It is armed. It does work. We have tested it, so it is viable. Now it's up to me to make this thing look half decent. So that's what we're going to do. First things first, let's connect up and make sure that we've got some components that we're going to need. Let's connect to you, and then over here we'll go and pop those in there. Extra couple thrusters, because why not? Or container extensions, just in case we want to bulk it out a little more. We'll move those down to the bar. There's container extensions. Alright, anything else that we want to play with? Anything on board the HV? Nope, those are its own drills. Its own ion thruster. Don't need any of that stuff. Nothing left in the harvest. In our own SV, we got a fridge. The harvest controller has iron ore. We got 1,000 on the last trip, and it was quick. Compared to what we've been dealing with up until now, which was either the hand drill or trying to use the hover van as a mining vehicle, this is a revelation. We'll just pop that into the base here, into the container controller, so that we've got it for our next ambitious project. But for right now, let's start with the steel blocks and see if we can't make this thing look a little prettier. Now, I'm going to start with these corners up here. Get the multi-tool, retrieve blocks. Get these corners out because I know there's a better block for those. And that will be the cut corner, sorry. There we go. It's a nice smooth transition. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And down here we can throw in a ramp. That. And same on the other side. What are we doing around you? We can do a little corner piece in there, I think. One there. One over there. And we could... yeah, let's do that. We'll put one there. It's always good to have a little bit of armor. Even the spiders and other, little creatures and denizens can actually fuck your shit up pretty hard if you're not careful. Let's see. Is that going to work in the same spot for us? I do believe it does. Look at that. Okay. Now the back end is looking nice and finished. Yeah, that's where a thruster is. Might change the color on this back brake light, for lack of a better term, but not just yet. Now I want to see what we can do about this area here. The thruster needs to be sticking out that far. What about... Sometimes it takes a little bit of trial and error to figure out what you want to do. So I'm going to try a couple of things here. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I think we can let it stand for now. Let's go replicate that on the other side here. Boom, boom, and boom, boom, and ramp. Kind of a bulky, armored look to it. Alright, down here though, I'm gonna get rid of you, and replace you with, I think, this guy. All the way across the front. Let's see how that looks. Landing gear's sticking out a bit, but we can move that later. Looks like it's a bit more of a, sort of a front end on there. A little bit more van-like. Not like I like vans or anything. It is nice and armored up. It is stout. There's a little landing gear at the back. I don't like those either. That does remind me, though, we should take a look at the underside. Oh, let's see. Oh, that is just high enough. Okay. We are going to need to slap some armor all over the bottom of this thing. But first, take you off, you and you. And find a new spot for you. I think there isn't going to be enough room to really fit you there anymore. So inbound, perhaps. Let's see. Grab our landing gear back. And so, yeah, they're kind of the smallest landing gear that you can get that sort of look the part. And I am sort of a sucker for looking the part. I would rather look the part than not, if you get my drift. Right there at the back, sure. And that's the landing gear taken care of. Now, switch back to our steel blocks, and we're just going to encase looks like the radioactive fog is coming around to everybody. That's really unfortunate. Good thing we installed a shower. Ah. Okay. Up at the front, this is where we go to thin blocks. Really? Alright, if that's the case, we're gonna go base, ammo box, small vessel, ammo controller. There we go. You can help. Alright, that's one down. I think he took a couple pieces out of my new boat. Not happy about that. Looks like there's one more coming in. Where is he? Dead south of us. And the lag again. Alright. Let's go see what kind of presents they left us. That's the fun of building when you're in an active game. These bastards show up whether you want them to or not. Ooh, looked like I got some pretty good stuff out of that one. That guy's a little ways away. Dang it. There we go. Thank you very much. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Starting to throw some heavier stuff at me, so I might not be able to stick around on this rock all that long. Alright. Where was I? Right. I'm disconnected from my container. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. Connect them with a zoink. You go in there. I won't worry about the other stuff, we'll just do bodywork for now. Now, thin blocks. And start there. And for a thin wall. One more. For that wedge again, where are you? And thin wall. It's not much protection, but it's some. And we've reached level 15. Neat. Okay, so the belly is all sewed up. Still not sure about how that top drill looks. Let's put it back down on the ground and have another look at it. Alright. Oh, those bastards took out a solar cell. Damn. I'm gonna have to replace that now. Ah, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. One of you. Thank you very much. I'll fix that hole later. Okay, so what can we do about that transition? Anything? Could just make it a straight box, or I could do something a little more creative. Let's see here. Start it on this side. Oop. And I've mated with the ship. Pardon my god mode. Alright. I wonder if that would look better with a little bit of creative pipery. Let's see here, what do we have? Any of you gonna work? You maybe? With the right texture, maybe. What else? Do the thin little one. See how that looks from the side. Still not totally sold on it. Let's see about... Yeah, this one. Yeah, a little bit more like an exhaust header. Okay. I can work with that. Do that on the other side here. Ooh, did that cover? It does cover the thruster too, but that's not a problem. Alright. That's one. And you. There we go. I have to wash off some of these rads, otherwise it's going to start making me sick. There we go. Once it gets up to, I think it's 0.04, next to that 6.5, that top number to the right of it, once it gets up to 0.4, we start getting in trouble. Alright, let's see here. I think that's most of the bodywork. I'm kind of happy with it. So, since this is a rough and tough little girl, let's get out some rough and tough paint. I'm going to start with black for the color, and the texture... Yeah, sure, we'll keep the drill with that. It's sort of a heavy hardcore kind of thing. Let's see, what other parts can we paint that base black? Outside of the thrusters. Turn the light on so we can see what we're doing here. I think any thruster component we're going to paint with the black. There's one there. Nope, looks like we got the engine flame on that one. That's okay, we'll be changing that as well. Alright, looks like you're a thruster. Might as well do the lights too. There we go. Now, when you want to get into a section like this, sometimes it's easy, but other times you will have to go into God mode to make it happen. You're hiding on me. Come here. This little thruster back here. Can't seem to hit it. Might have to get this bird off the ground before we can get at that one. Oh, got the middle of it. Let's see. Everybody else is all hunky-dory. And now, for the other important bits, I think I'm gonna, what do I want to go with? I want to break it up a little. So maybe we'll do the bottom around this belt line with this nice plate texture. Up top. Let's see how the heavy duty looks here. That part on the front here. Yes, we did. Alright. Up top. You want it to be black. And back to construction yellow. Alright. Oh. Yeah, okay, so little bits and bobs, got to make sure they get every surface. Some of them hide a little bit. That's okay, we'll find them. And back around the other side here. You. Oh, one more. There we go. Didn't get those on this side, did I? Nope. There. I think those pipes kind of look good in the gray that they're in. This guy we're going to do in black. It's looking pretty construction-y. Stand back and have a look at our handiwork. Not too bad. I don't know about that bottom texture though. This one. It's No. What else we got? What's that one? Yeah, it just doesn't look right. What if that was in this, but in that color? No, now it just looks like it was unfinished. Maybe that could just be black. That's actually not half bad. Okay, let's do the rest of this guy. We just use this texture all over the bottom too, since hopefully we won't be seeing too much of it. It's not as big a deal as the bits that we have to... Oh, hell. Keep forgetting that I run out of oxygen. Stupid planet. And I think that just ran out of oxygen too, which is just great. Yep. Container controller, large. Thank you. There you go. Oh. There we go. Yeah, back to the fun part. Alright. We want red back there, or another color. I'll tell you what. for the engines, when it's a construction vehicle like this, orange. Always orange. It's just better. And... Oh, y'all are gonna be tough, aren't you? Alright. Take that. You want some too? There you go. Alright. Now... Ooh, she's way up in the air. Okay. Now, if you want to copy a texture that you've got on another piece or a different vehicle, just hold Control and right-click when you're pointing at it, and you'll copy it to your tool. And then you can just paint at your leisure, no problemo. And alright, you two, those are both painted black already. Okay. Sometimes the geometry of parts will kind of stick out in the way, so you have to move yourself around to the other side of them so that they don't prevent you from working on what you need to work on. Alright, let's see here. You, there, there. You two. See. There. See, if I move over here, mechanical drill module. Over here, thruster. Right in the middle. I got a clean shot at the piece of bodywork I was aiming for. So, it looks like we got most of the bottom done. There's that. Can't forget the little thrusters. Just get them on the corners, and that'll paint the whole thing. Looks like everything else is done, so we'll go back to orange, finish off these guys. Alright. Let's bring her back down to Earth. Look at the stance. Landing gear is mostly where I want it. Still got to come up with a name for this tub of shit. The important part is, and this is really important, early on in the game, here, let's take a look at what it costs to put this thing in. In the statistics page, this over here. Iron, copper, silicon, carbon, and cobalt. That's it. Cobalt's the only standout here, and there's not very much of it. And when you have a large constructor in a base, you can go and mine it from the moon that's outside of your starter planet, or you can go into those little irradiated forest sections full of spiders and pick it off the rocks. That's what I did here. I haven't left this planet yet. So at this low of a cost, you have an armed mining vessel with a jump drive on it that will get you around the system. So this little bit of base here with some space on it to store stuff. Ooh, meteor shower. Along with this little vessel can get you everything you need for your first capital ship. This little number here can mine out obscenely large amounts of ore in a stupidly quick time, and allow you to build up a stockpile that's enough to get a small capital vessel in, oh, I'd say probably within a couple hours. Shouldn't be too tough. Now, let's just double check everything, shall we? On the main, we have lots of fuel. We did put an oxygen bottle in there. Let's fill it up just in case. That way we can drive it with our helmet off. So, oxygen, gas, go to devices. Alright, since we moved some things around, we want to auto-group those again. It just makes it easier to assign these switches later on, or signals if you want to. Everything's in the place that it should be. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go into devices here, and I'm going to go down to turret 1. Okay. Shortcut. So this is on the turret category, right? Go to custom 1. And then go to main, and we're going to call custom 1 turret, so that we can hit that button and put it away. And that way we can mine without it getting stuck on something, right? The landing gear will automatically fold up when we take off, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's see. Now, we've done the turret, done the devices, signal logic, stats. Let's take a look at what's on board. So, ammo controller, almost 900 rounds, that's fine. Fuel and oxygen and everything. Oh, what was in pentaxid tank? We don't have anything there yet. We haven't actually made any refined pentaxid, so actually, let me start this up. We're not doing any jumps today, but never hurts to be prepared. Alright, so now we can take it out on an actual test run. And see if we can get it near, let's see, abandoned workshop. Some of these, yeah, I'll bet you this abandoned pad with that promethium deposit are in a bad neck of the woods. So let's go there. And where are you? It's actually kind of a neat little pig. Oh, I gotta call this something hog related for sure, because that is a piggy bank if I've ever seen one. Piggy bank? That could be a name. Indeed. There was a groundhog, maybe. Yeah, I've already done the mole. That was a little motorcycle-sized mining vehicle that I put together that doesn't really work, but is hilarious to play with. But yeah, groundhog. That one's kind of sticking with me. And later on, you can update the armor on this with hardened steel once you've got your hands on some titanium, which I'll probably be doing. You can upgrade the jump drive to allow interstellar flight to a small degree. You can update the drills on the front with mining lasers, which will make your life so much easier, mark my words. Replace the armor with more cargo expansion. The sky's the limit, really. But let's see here. Here's our promethium deposit. Right in the middle of a bad neighborhood. Okay. Might have to come at it at a bit of an angle because it's underneath that tree thing there. And with those big medium thrusters, they're holding us up no problem. Alright. I forgot to activate the turret. Let's turn it on. Go to main, turn on the turret. And take care of the little spiders that are hanging around. Okay. I want to see. Now it looks like the spacing of the drills is good, as long as we don't move too quickly. See that little bit that tried to jump in on the top there? And there's our promethium. Stuff on the bottom. And I do believe that is it for that deposit. Pop right out. No problemo. Let's see what we got on board. Let's go for the harvest controller. 161 promethium ore, some crushed stone. Didn't take but a minute. Let's see if there's another one we can... Only 10% left there. That's a medium one. Let's go get. It's only 500 meters away. That's practically next door. Yep. You can hear that turret taking care of business for us already. See another little spiders coming in here. Big butt bug. Just gonna hang here for a minute while it clears out the garbage for us. You missed me. Yeah, this is taking too long. You can always jump in, go into devices, into your turret, access it, and shoot the damn thing that you want shot. Alright. Anybody else? There, that's everybody. Now, promethium deposit. Where were we? Figure we're gonna have to wait for any more of those. Anybody else around? No? Alright, I'm gonna put the gun away, and we're gonna do a little mining. Main, hit the turret. Away she goes. Oh, right under the surface. Beautiful. That's neat. It just kicked me out of my own hole. The great thing about putting the drills on the outside like that, as far as they can go, is that you'll never get stuck. The hole you make will always be bigger than the ship. Though I don't know why it's been kicking me out of the hole. That's a new feature? Or is it a bug? It's odd, whatever it is, but I'm here for it. Thinking one of these days maybe I should get myself onto Twitch so I can get some of those funny little sound effects that Spange enjoys on his streams. I could go for a little diggy hole right now. The point behind me digging out these deposits of promethium is that it's heavy, and I want to see how well this little boat can handle its own weight when it is absolutely full to its capacity. Looks like we're getting pretty close. It's already in the red. Tell us when we can't take any more in a minute here. Not quite there yet. That's it. And... oh! Looks like it's kicked us out. Right the boat. And... up we go. It's not super fast. Let's see if it holds a hover. Yeah. 146 meters there. And we'll head on back to base, and we'll see how good the brakes are when we get there. And we're on final approach. No worries so far, but the brakes will tell the tale. Let's see here. Finger off the trigger. Not horrible. Not the best in the world. Oof. Yeah, she's handling like a stuffed pig. Oof. Oh boy, there you have it, folks. Let's put the tools away so we can get a glamour shot here. I guess we decided on the Cartel Incorporated Hedgehog. Made to drill. This is Grim. Thanks for joining me. I hope you learned a little something that you can take with you into building your own vehicles for Empyrean galactic survival with Reforged Eden 2. And hope you stick around to catch the next stream, where I'll be building a capital ship on this lot. God help me.